This is the plaintiff, Talia Azor. She says the defendant did body work on her car, and 2 days after she got it back, it stopped working. The defendant fixed the problem he caused, but charged her for 2 towing fees. Towing fees? She did nothing wrong, and can't understand for the life of her how he thinks she should pay to tow the car he broke in the first place. She's suing for $271.57, the cost of the 2 tows. This is the defendant, Bill Roth. He says the plaintiff gave the authorization to tow the car to a diagnostic center to determine the cause of the problem, and he fixed it for free. She knew towing was not covered under the lifetime warranty he gave her. Can't understand why she's turning around and suing him now, and feels pretty good about winning this case today. He's accused of being a tube-timing tower. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $360 for lost time from work.
Talia Azor, you are suing Merrick Road Collision Corporation, represented here by Bill Roth. You're the owner.
Yes.
For $271.57 that you have spent in 2 tows, which, according to you, did not authorize. You have a counterclaim against her for $360 for lost time from work. I guess you mean because she sued you and you have to answer? Okay. All right. Let me hear from you first, Ms. Azor.
My car had went into a shop originally for some body work, and then 2 weeks later, the car left me on the road. I've never had any issues with the car.
What kind of car is it?
I have a 2004 Honda Accord. And then when it broke...
What kind of body work did you get done?
The bumper was replaced, the quarter panel, and the mirror on the drive. You know when you drive, the mirror right there? Mm-hmm. That was replaced. And
had it been an accident or what?
No, the car was parked in the street and someone had hit it.
And someone hit it?
Yeah, so we brought it in for some estimates.
Okay.
And he did the repairs in the car, but then 2 weeks later, after I had picked up the car, well, actually, Cleo had picked up the car had left me on the road. So the car was towed to the nearest body shop. And I had mentioned to them that the car had had some work on it 2 weeks ago. The repair guy had said, I suggest you take it back to where you had the work done because it could be related, could be wires have been cut, I'm not sure, but take it back to them and let them make the assessment.
Okay.
So we called him.
So he's not saying that it was definitely, he's saying it could be, so protect yourself and go there.
Yeah, make sure it's not on that end first before you do anything further. So we decided to call him and let him know that this was the situation. My car's in the shop. They're saying it could be related. This is a conversation I'm having with Bill. Could be related. And he said, all right, I'm sending a tow truck company over to get the car and bring it to my shop so that my technician can take a look and assess what the damage of the car was from my car or, related to his work. So that's where we left off.
Wait, and who's going to pay for the tow?
Nobody discussed any charges. He didn't say that it was going to cost me anything. He said he was here to help, and that he was going to take the time to see, what the charges, what had happened to the car.
And it didn't come up that if it's not related, then, why is it a free tow? You just felt it was a customer service thing. That's why it didn't come up, that no matter what, he was going to help you out. Does he have a tow truck on premises, his own tow truck?
That's what I thought.
Right.
I didn't know that they were using an outside tow company, because if that was the case, then I would have researched, cheaper towing fees, got a best rate.
So they tow the car, what was it again? Car over to his shop, and what happens?
He tows the car to his shop. I get a phone call from his technician saying that they found what the problem was, that it's something to do with the alarm and the electrical system, but something to do with the alarm and that they're going to disenable it. So I said, okay. He said it was going to cost me $300 and something at that time. So I said, okay, he can fix the car. No one told me on the phone that day that that car was leaving the shop to go somewhere else to have the repairs done. I didn't know about any of these charges until...
What, did the technician say it's something related to the body work we did?
No, he didn't say it.
Did you ask him, is it related to the body work you did?
He didn't say. I assumed when he gave me, this is what it was going to cost.
That it wasn't really. Okay, so their position was clear. What was it going to cost?
At that time, it was, the rate he gave me was around $350, but they found another problem later.
Okay.
So that wasn't what I ended up paying. So the estimate he gave me was about $350.
Okay.
And
what does he say? So we can fix it?
Yeah, he assured me that he can fix the problem.
And then what happens?
I get a phone call from Bill about 2 days later that the car is at his friend's shop. Oh, I had it towed over there. So I'm thinking, okay, he had the car towed over to another shop. This must be all on him because he's making these decisions without even speaking to me or telling me these costs.
When did you first learn that your car was at a different facility?
It was 2 days later.
And how did you learn it?
I had called Bill to follow up on the car.
And then he tells you, oh, I took it to my friend's shop and it's fixed?
No, it's being repaired
It's being repaired?
There.
Okay.
And I said, okay. He's like, here's my friend's.
And then when you go pick up the car, do you pick it up at the other facility?
Yes, I do.
Okay. They didn't tow it again, right?
No, I didn't find out.
So you pick it up at the other facility and then you see all these tow charges. Do you call him to talk to him about it?
Actually, they had told me before I had picked it up. It was that facility that told me about the tow charges, not Bill.
Okay, so did you call him to complain, or are you?
I called his secretary, and I asked her how much was the total. She said $300. I said, $300 in tow fees? So they had explained, Bill had explained, well, since the repairs on the car were not related to him, that this was the amount of tows that I owed him. And I told him that...
Yeah, what about the second one?
I definitely did not give that permission.
Okay.
Definitely.
But when you say, are you saying you didn't give the first permission to have it towed?
Meaning like...
The first permission, you know that you're standing in one place and you want to get it to the other place and you can't drive it. You know that car is going to get towed there because you know, I realize what your version is we didn't discuss who'd pay for it. But if, in fact, if you have no proof that what went wrong at that moment was their fault, then why would they eat that first tow?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All right, what's going on? Let me hear your response.
Okay. Talia called up on the 26th of July. Her car was delivered on 7/12, and she said she had a problem, you know, with the starting of the car. And I told her, I says, please bring the car to our shop. If it's related to the accident, we would take care of the problem at no charge.
Right. Now, the body work that you did for the accident, did that involve electrical?
No.
Not at all? Sometimes when you take a part off, you have to...
No, I'll explain to you how this demised. And I said, if it's related to the accident, we'll take care of it. If the tow has to be paid, we will pay the tow if it's related to the accident. She gave us the location where the car was at. It was
what was the first tow?
The first tow was $150.
What was the second tow?
$125, both plus tax. Okay, the two tows equivocated to $275. I took $25 off for professional courtesy that I ate, non-related to the collision, and charged it $250. What I did was the following: when the car came to our shop, we couldn't start it. We found that the VAT key, that's the security system, was not working. I told her, I says, I'm going to call in my diagnostician that I use, High Velocity, and I'll check out the problem. And I told her at that time he could not do the diagnostics at our facility. He would have to take it and bring it to his place. I then said, please contact her directly. She will, I said, adjust the bill accordingly. If it's related, I'll bill it to our company or call the insurance company.
Who got her authority for the second tow?
What? I told
or
my
it was
secretary,
just like implicit in the fact that it was being moved?
It was being moved. Well, I had my girl call her, and then...
Is your girl here?
My secretary, no. Okay. And then I told her, the repair facility that was fixing the car, to speak to her directly and tell her and avail her of all the problems that were with her vehicle. And it was the electronic control module, which was, saturated with water, and it fritzed out on the car. Non-related to anything that I did on the bodywork.
So can he charge her for that second tow if she didn't approve it? What do you think?
Definitely not, because he was supposed to let her know beforehand.
What do you think?
No, I don't think that's right on his part. I think he should let him know up front.
He's saying it's all part of the job, though.
No, it should have been in writing to begin with.
She should have at least known about it.
Yes.
Got your point. Going inside the courtroom.
Okay, but who got her authority on that second tow? Who said the tow's going to cost you $125? Do you agree? That part. See, on the first tow, I'm with you, because she knows that she's standing right there. She's at the place. She knows that it's got to get from point A to point B, so she's got to know that it's going to be towed. And she also doesn't know at that point whether this is a warranted item because it's your fault or it's not. She knows that's up for grabs. She knows that's in play. So she should know that she may have to pay that tow. But the second one, where you can't fix it, someone's telling her on the phone, yeah, it's this, this needs to be fixed, it's going to cost you X. And it turns out that it has to go to a different facility. I'd be getting that one in writing. I'd be getting an email from her. How hard is that? You guys have computers, right?
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Take 2 seconds to get a confirming email that she is authorizing the $125 tow to the second place. She says it got moved. You say, I delegated that to my girl, maybe you should have grown women working for you, because apparently she's not here. I can't cross-examine her. I don't know what she said to her, but she says that your secretary did not say to her, it's going to cost you 30% more than the bill. See, it's a big portion of the bill.
She never called.
Your Honor, she had a problem with the car with nothing that we did at all. If you're saying that we moved the car to have it diagnosed and I had High Velocity call her to deal with her directly, if you're saying that I'm responsible because I didn't do it legally, I'll pay for the second tow. That's not a problem.
Right.
I went above and beyond to help any customer that I do, to help her with a problem, and this is non-related to collision.
I think you did. I think
right.
that, instead of saying, hey, it's not my problem, come pick up your car, which a lot of people would do, you didn't do that. I think you're a reputable place. It's really not about that. I'm not casting aspersions here. What I'm saying is, if I have a $350 bill and I have $125 extra I didn't know about, I should know. And if I don't, then there's no meeting of the minds and there's no contract, and so she shouldn't have to pay it. So that's what I'm going to do. The way we're going to resolve this case is I'm going to order the return of the money for the second tow, $125 verdict for the plaintiff. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, so this case wraps up. It's kind of a, well, let's see, what do you think of the outcome? Kind of a compromise?
It's a compromise. We went above and beyond our call of duty. We helped our customers. This was non-related to anything that we did in our collision shop. And being a good businessman, if they felt that the second tow wasn't described correctly, I'm more than willing to pay for the second tow to show how reputable we are.
Well, that's pretty fair. Well, why didn't you pay for it before you came to court?
Because I thought it was ridiculous being sued for something that I didn't do. It was not my problem that our car broke down.
All right, head right around the corner this way, and good luck to you. All right, come on in here. You satisfied how the judge rules on this case?
Yes, I think it was very fair.
All right, half and half, right?
Perfect, that's fine.
Okay, how's the car working?
It's fine now.
Anything else you want to add here?
No,
This is your big moment.
No, that's all. I think she's a fair judge, and I'm glad with her decision. I'm happy with it.
Okay. Harvey?
Okay, so there is a Bureau of Automotive Repair in many states, and we've talked about this before, but it's so important that they license these auto repair shops. And these auto repair shops pay attention to this bureau because it basically gives permission for the shop to do business. So if you're having a problem, even before going to court, you call or write this department, and I'm telling you, if they get in touch with the auto repair shop, you're going to find that they will jump, especially if they were in the wrong.